Lacking proper guidance during the probate process in Georgia. Could that be a mistake? Let's talk about that. I see lots of people when they are going through probate in the state of Georgia make lots of mistakes. So I decided to create a video series, and this is video number 1 of 7 mistakes that I often see people make. If you want to jump ahead and see all the mistakes, you can download our free ebook. It's called Probate, Real Estate, and You. The link is in the description below. Now, before we jump into this mistake, lack of guidance through the probate process, I just want to make a small disclaimer. I am not an attorney, I am not a CPA, and I am not a financial advisor. I am a real estate agent who specializes in probate. So now let's dive in to this mistake of lacking proper guidance. Executors and administrators, known as personal representatives, are required to take an estate through the probate process. In some instances, they can hire an attorney to help them go through this process, or they can go fill out the paperwork themselves. In some states, however, you do have to have a licensed attorney to help you through the probate process. But here in the Southeast, I like to call it the wild, wild Southeast. In Georgia specifically, you do not have to have an attorney to go fill out the paperwork. You do, however, need to kind of understand what needs to be filled out and the order in which things happen in the probate process. I would say most people who are working for the probate court, the clerks there, they will help you out. However, you could easily make a mistake and have to go in and amend it when, if you had a professional helping you out with that, such as a probate attorney, then you're not going to have so much trouble around that sort of thing. So you might say, well, I don't have enough money to pay an attorney, and I could see where that would be a concern. That's where you could reach out to your probate court and see if they offer any free resources that can guide you through that process. Also, there are companies out there that if they know you're going to be the administrator, they can, and that there's money in the estate, they can actually kind of lend you some money up front, and then when the estate's settled, those companies get paid. So you do have options if you don't have funds to help manage the estate right away. So now, how do you go about finding the right probate court? The court that you seek out is where the deceased person last lived, where their primary residence is. So even if they were living in some kind of assisted care temporarily and passed away, and they're in one county, but their primary residence is in another, you would need to go and probate it through the primary residence. And this is also the case if they own more than one property in a different county or even in a different state. It is the county in which the person had their primary residence, and that's easy to find. If you know what county it is, you can easily Google that county. So, for example, Fulton County, where Atlanta primary resides in, then you would Google Fulton County Probate Court, and it would send you to their website where then you could go call them. You could go down to the courthouse in person and meet with the clerks. If there is real estate involved in your probate process, in some people's estates there's not any real estate, but if it is involved in that, then certainly reach out to a real estate specialist like me who could help you guide through that process, because there is a lot of things that you have to be aware of, especially if you're deciding not to keep the house, that you have to be aware of to get the house ready to sell, to go on the market, how to disclose when you didn't live in the property, and be nuances of getting rid of some of the wonderful personal treasures that your loved one had, either dispersing it out to members of the family or according to the will, or if you need somebody to help move those things out. I've got resources for you, so you can definitely reach out to me so I can help out in those situations. Go check out video number 2, which is not understanding the probate process. If you do not understand the probate process, you can get lost really fast, and you might do things that you're not supposed to do before you have the appropriate appropriate paperwork in hand. I hope you found this helpful. If you need help in all of Georgia with real estate and probate, let me know. Reach out. My information is below, and don't forget our ebook. It is also down below, and I'll see you all later. Bye. Are you digging the kind of content I'm producing? Then be sure to watch this next video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way, you'll be in the know when I release my next video.